Racing is about finding the very last advantage over a rival to overtake him, a tenth of a second, or a great place in a rulebook. A point of racing is to win, but it also means evolving and developing mechanical possibilities of the racing vehicle. A creation of an unknown has often led to banning the idea, and this list showing you exactly those crazy race cars. Tyrrell P34. A story of the first ever six-wheel race car started due to aerodynamic issues of a front wing, not allowed to be wide enough to cover frontal area of the front tires. Constructors tried to reduce size of the wheels, but the grip was not sufficient enough, so they added a second pair, connected by a bell crank to the steer wheels. Each wheel was independent and all four connected to a single front sway bar. The car was an instantaneous eye-catcher and a subject on front pages, and interestingly enough, it actually proved very capable, with several podiums and a single win in 1976. Some other teams like Williams and Ferrari tried a six-wheel concept too, with twin rear axles, but FIA eventually banned any more than four-wheeled cars. BMW M3 GTR. The BMW M3 has been in racing for decades, and the E46 generation was no exception, although it proved underpowered for an American Le Mans series. To get around this, BMW designed a new engine, the P60 4-liter flat-plane V8 that gave the GTR over 450 horsepower to smash the competition. Soon after, regulations were altered to allow only road homologated cars to compete, and so BMW created a few running road examples. Then the regulation ordered a 100 unit production run, and since BMW did not plan to produce the M3 GTR in such a number, they were forced to withdraw. Chaparral 2J. Chaparral racing automobiles started production in early 60s, and had the Chaparral 2J never been produced, we could have not ever speak about these cars at all. The thing about the 2J that makes it special are two rear-mounted fans powered by a single 55 horsepower two-stroke twin-cylinder snowblower engine with skirts about the rear section. This managed to provide a tremendous amount of downforce, even at low speeds, and gained a 2-second lead before the next fastest car. Although it could not win due to mechanical issues, the technology was banned in Can-Am racing. Dodge Daytona and Plymouth Superbird. The Dodge Charger was not a successful race car in NASCAR until Mopar installed a 23-inch tall 584mm wing alongside a special nose cone to improve aero and stability during high speeds. The new winged Daytona with its successor for the 1970 season, the Plymouth Superbird, managed to win a significant number of races, leading to a 5-liter limit on air-tuned cars. Since these had 7 and 7.2-liter engines with a top speed of over 200 miles per hour, it was a major disadvantage, and the Daytona Superbird, alongside the Ford Torino Talladega and Mercury Cyclone Spoiler 2, ended racing in NASCAR. Porsche 917/30. To compete in a Can-Am race, there were minimal conditions. If the car had 2 seats, a bodywork with fenders, and met basic safety requirements, it was good to go. The series lasted from 1966 to 1987, with engine displacements mostly upwards from 5 liters. Porsche was really dominant in the Canadian-American Challenge Cup, tuning their 5.4-liter flat 12 to over 1000 horsepower with twin turbocharging, although they initially considered a 16-cylinder. It got to the 1500 horsepower level when in 1974 a major regulation of fuel mileage was agreed upon by authorities, effectively killing Porsche's dominance, resulting in Porsche withdrawing from the series. Chevrolet Hendrick T-Rex. This car is obscure to many and a subject of multiple discussions, that how come it was so fast that it was banned the next day after the race. The chassis engineer Rex Stump got a clean sheet of paper and the only goal to create a completely new design that must comply with the regulations. The designers would read the rulebook very carefully to find grey areas, and managed to create a car with such a ridiculous ground effect that it inspired a lot of confidence throughout the turns. Although it was set high from the ground, the nose was designed to dip down, and with a flat underbody, it created a low pressure zone to increase downforce.
Paycheck, if he can hold off the challenge of Earnhardt, that's seemingly...
Now that car is going around this racetrack, right around the bottom of the racetrack, that white line there, that's where the flat part of the racetrack and the bank start. Jeff Gordon has that car dialed in. He's run them down a good half a lap in this one segment.
He doesn't care how he gets there, remember in 95...
As normally, thank you very much for watching. I hope I will catch you in the next one. Cheers.